Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you are tuning in or coming over, it's because you've been redirected either from Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, or WhatsApp. So you are here, welcome. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. And if you can share this channel, it will be great. On this channel, I'll be sharing my testimony, my healing process, whether physical, spiritual, emotional, or even mental health. I am going to be sharing this on a separate page because I don't want it to be mixed. There's a purpose for this channel, and I don't want it to be mixed with everything else that is going on in my life. So, this channel is specifically to encourage somebody going through anything, because sometimes when we see people on Facebook or social media, even in our community, sometimes we think all is well, and so we may see somebody out there with a smile, or they may post the best version of themselves on social media. Of course, nobody wants to show their weakness, so they may post the best version of themselves and we think everything is all right. And so there are people showing smiles, there are people showing the best self, but in actuality, they are suffering, dying in silence. If we should be honest and if we should show the weaknesses online, I don't think anybody will be following us or anybody will actually be attracted to us. So, on this page, I am very honest, I am very open about sharing everything about health and mental health on here. Like I said, there is a purpose for this channel, and that is why it is not on my regular YouTube page. Yes, I may get nosy people who are here just for the tea. Yes, grab a cup of tea, grab a cup of wine, grab your popcorn or whatever you want. But I believe I went through this for a reason. I went through this to be able to speak out for some people, to be able to share my knowledge. During this journey, I have been able to connect on a different level with people going through the same thing I'm going through. And actually, it helps me understand what life is all about. It's not all about the money, the profession, having a good home, having what? Kids, good husband, whatever you believe is a great life. There is more to life than all those things. And so being able to connect with people on a different level, especially in their weakness or in their time of trouble, it's life changing. And I've had those things, I've experienced those things within this short time. And so, yes, that's what this channel is going to be about, to be able to share that story and to also encourage people that on this life journey, there are times you may have to go on it alone. There are times to steal away and be by yourself, to regroup, regrow, whatever that means for you. To be able to sometimes start life over. I did start life over, and it's been 4 years. And there's been growth. There's been growth. There's been healing. It is the best 4 years of my 40 plus years on this earth. And if I am given the chance to redo it, I think I will, because it has been the best 4 years of my life. And there are many things I can see ahead that God is taking me, and this is part of the process, and this is part of the journey. So, yes, again, this channel is to encourage somebody that regardless of how dark your life is right now, or whatever it is, whether health crisis, whether financial crisis, whatever the situation is, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. And I know it's easy to say, because when you're in the middle of the craziness, if you are in the middle of all those crises and whatever is going on, sometimes it's hard to see the positive in it. But I think one attitude I've always grown up with, or I've always learned in my life experience, is always looking at things in a positive way. I always try to look for the good even in the worst things. And so it has helped me on this journey. Even in my pain, even in those days that I felt like I wish I could go to sleep and not wake up the next day. Even those days, I look at the positive in it. And I believe God has brought me this far because there is somebody out there who want to hear the story that there is hope, that when you get to the point of giving up, when you get to the point where you feel life has dealt you the wrong cards, you pick up those wrong cards and replay. But also sometimes all these we have a hand in it, however we live our life. Because as much as God is good, as much as God is kind, He's a just God. And so when we live in disobedience, when we live not according to His way, we will still have to live with the consequence of it. But through all, He's very gracious and He's very merciful. So as much as you go through all those consequences, He's still with you and He's going to make sure that you come out. And hopefully you learn something out of it so you don't repeat the same mistakes that got you in the mess. So, welcome to my channel. As time goes on, I am going to start. I have a bunch of videos, and as time goes on, I'm going to be releasing them. And I will be releasing them based on what and how my spirit leads. Because there are certain things I think it has a timestamp, and when God allows me to put them out there, I will. But for right now, I want to keep building the crowd. I want the right people to come on here to be able to hear the story and to be able to go on this healing journey with me because I believe it's a process. Life is a process. Today we may feel like we all day, but tomorrow we may need a better healing. And as this world continues to grow crazy and gets unpredictable, we're always going to need to grow. We need room to grow. So I am very open to this journey. I am very open to growing. And as time goes on, we'll learn together. So welcome. Again, subscribe if you haven't, share if you haven't, and we'll get through this together.